a teammate can clutch up, and that kind of puts you in a really good position.
Well, let's see if we can see some of that in this game. Game number 3 is live. Let's get into this one, gentlemen. It's over to you.
Here we go, round 3 of the ESL Katowice Royale. And we are dropping in already with Milan and Smeeth. A lot of people heading south from where the bus was dropping them off. So that's Windwalker. Milan just drops right on top of the hill and says, okay, chest, that'll do.
Gets a gold P90 and a golden shield. Not much in terms of range, so you can't really do much. You know, you just kind of have to...
That compact SMG, you're like, I'll spray as much as possible, maybe get through some buildings, but as soon as somebody's a few meters away...
baby. And now they kind of have to switch up the strategy and move around a little bit.
Ooh, power.
137 meter knock.
And Jal picks up the scraps there as they are over on that pirate ship. Almost deprivation gonna come through with these bottle rockets because it's really difficult to hear when they're raining in.
Not to mention the clingers coming in. There's a lot of audio pollution going on around the area.
Look, we're just putting on a fireworks display over in Salty, okay? Like, that's what all people want. It's not November, but, you know, I guess July 4th is closer than Fireworks Day in the UK.
Yeah, NA.
Nobody uses the S key in solos at this point. So Loot Lake was one of the areas we were looking at. That was where Metro typically drops, and also Saf. So their duos have kind of been hands-off each other for these 3 games. Ooh, Excalibur has gone down to, I think that was Aiden that actually gets that down. And Keolis trying to get his way out. Excalibur is down. The Clingers, cling, 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 go the Clingers. And FaxFox is going to be able to finish off that duo. Another elimination that we were talking about. We jump all the way to a different location as Ares and Bowman are in this situation, as is Forward Norwood. That's Ares' duo, and I will say that name every single time he's on screen, as Ares loses half of his health, all of his health almost, as Norwood from the top is going to try and help him out. Yeah, over the top go the explosives from Madsen, trying to find Sinnoh and Envy, our South Korean duo, and a lot of the building gets taken down on the build-up to this fight, and that means Sinnoh is trying to find his way out of this situation. From both sides come the SMGs, and they haven't quite found it yet, as he's very, very low is Sinnoh, now stuck in the same box as Clingers come through from the top. Envy now is the new target from Madsen as he edits through, gets the shotgun, and is going to pick up this elimination.
Just the unrelenting aggression here really secured the kill.
Tough fights, but we'll see what has led up to this point in the game. This is the fight between Envy and Sinnoh, getting a different perspective on it as Envy actually took down Tixi, so this was a fight we didn't catch earlier. Envy just doing a good job of
this is what I was talking about. You do have that duo to clutch up if you end up going down. There is that little bit of...
King suddenly is in a great position.
That's exactly what I was talking about before. You're trying to get center zone every single time to optimize your chances of getting the next circle.
If they can pick off of people coming into the zone, this is a dangerous place to be. Storm Surge is starting to strike from some of these more passive teams. It's going to force them into engagements. Really, we have to track them constantly because they are so consistent. Keenstar looking for damage as Boyer gets down. Dynamite gets thrown out as Cripper is going to launch pad his way up. Just trying to finish off that elimination is Keenstar. Boyer tries to go out into the storm just to say, no, I'm going to not give you the elimination credit.
Yeah, Boyer's teammate did a smart play there, which is to disengage. He knew his teammate was down and storm.
It's just 5 points flat. Every elimination you get, 5 points added to your total. Put it in the bank and start looking for more.
And I'm pretty sure the controller gang's pretty happy with their performance as well.
Yeah, they seem to be doing well, and Majin is going to basically slide down the side of the mountain.
So at this point of the game, Majin is a solo. It's going to be kind of tough, but you know his focus is not going to be on getting a lot of eliminations. He's just going to try to play as safe as possible, go for those placement points.
And this is very similar to the last game. 7 SSK7 and Jamsite still, you know, in the mix up at the top. But Bizzle and Timo trying to RPG that roof structure down. Couldn't quite do it, but it did force Jamsite and 7 SSK7. Wow, that's...
This is a really interesting thing to note. Bizzle and Demo have an RPG going into endgame. They're going to be able to retake height at any point if they, you know, coordinate it nicely.
And they also have some clingers. 7 clingers in the RPG should allow them to knock down everybody's height.
Those explosives are huge. You can knock down height.
and that's what Demo's trying to peak for. No eliminations for them yet, but they've been picking up a lot in the end game. That's where they've been doing most of their damage. And 7 SSK7 and Jamsite ends up dropping, and the fall damage comes through again. I think that was in game 1. He ended up falling and dying to fall damage then.
And that's what I'm talking about. You know, if you have someone on the low ground with an RPG, you're very vulnerable on the high ground to get knocked down like that.
This time it was a little bit more intentional from Bizzle and Demo than it was earlier on in the day for Jamsite. So Bizzle and Demo, they didn't get elimination credit for it, but that means Jamsite, one of the contenders, is out. They're still looking for that high ground. Violinen will get dropped as Windwalker falls to Zeke. Bizzle and Demo, kings of the mountain right now, all the way up at the top.
Item still alive here on the bottom left. Myth knocked TSM Cloud trying to get up his teammate.
This is one of the first games we're seeing FaxFox and Aim Hero actually get later on. The first 2 games, they actually got eliminated pretty early on, so I'm excited to see what their strategy is in the late game, because really haven't seen it. Going to be a good learning experience. The South Korean players have not been in the high placements so far. Aim Hero does just get Cripper for himself. He's still looking at Bizzle and Demo. Launch pad up and onto somebody else's building for now. But look, they've lost the total high ground of being the absolute highest people.
And again, they do have the RPG, but
Bizzle
ends up getting knocked.
rinsed down from the side as Demo does pick up Smeef, so that evens up the fight for now. Demo trying to get his way through the wall and just say, I'll res my partner, because Smeef is already getting picked up.
Both duos trying to get their partner up, but the zone is coming on in, and they don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, Demo is low health as well. Oh, Demo's having to leave him. Bizzle's, that's it. Bizzle's done. Demo was not healthy enough to stay in that situation, and now he starts to run. You can see Cloud through the middle and a vertical rocket right up to try and upset Madsen and Seth from the top. Kinsel's trying to make his way up there. I think he just connected some damage onto Seth as well, but Seth has, you know, between them 3 eliminations to their name.
Every team here just trying to control the high ground as best as they can. That is going to be the key here on the mountain zone when it goes over the
Here
mountain.
we go again, those Saf and Zayt already 4 eliminations. They are under a lot of pressure. The Cling has come out and it's forcing Zayt to move forward. He didn't want to go into that little...
Zexro and Vinny actually ended up taking the high ground.
Yeah, they've reclaimed it again. We talked about their mobility, and now we'll see their healing come through. They've got that campfire, they have the materials, they have the high ground. Can they convert it into a second victory royale? Aim Heroes down. They're looking for more from this top side. Zexro has 1 elimination, and everything is stacked up beneath them. But look at the distance between where they're placed on the high ground. Razaro is down. Another rocket rains up into the sky as Shinken and everybody starts to move off this hill. And how far will this storm go? They're reaching the edge of the hill.
We have Zayt going down there. Animal still alive.
Keenstar's still up. Animal does just drop as we talk about it. A little bit of cast a curse, perhaps, as Keenstar and the rest. Madsen does get dropped. I thought dropped, but no, he just lost a lot of health. It looked like he was getting hit by something and took him all the way down, but he got Beehive. Seth is down. Madsen is able to survive for now.
Zexro and Vinny still controlling the high ground, just spraying at anybody who shows their head. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
10 players remain in the barrel, though, and we'll see whether Zexro and Vinny, they were on their own. Zexro picks up the elimination from the top. As Zexro, 3 elims to his name for now. We'll see whether they can drop in and tidy up some more. Only 6 people remain. Vinny does get dropped down to 35 health as Zexro is going to try and build his way down. Has 90 health. Vinny is out of this exchange. So 5 players remain and 4 duos are still in with a running. And it's Cloud that is in here. This would be a big, big pickup if Cloud could convert this game.
They have 6 eliminations. If they can go for placement at least.
The trap does get set. Stompy picks up that elimination for himself. 1 versus 1. Cloud versus Stompy. Is this the moment that Cloud puts up the results here? Because 4 eliminations on the game. He's on the low ground, but has a decent setup by the looks of it. He just has to make sure he gets this. He's in the storm, and now off the cliff we go. Does Stompy find the angle here from the low ground? He's just waiting for Stompy to peek, trying to break him down, but you can't get through this amount of building for now. Oh no, Cloud! Oh, it takes so much damage! Oh, and he's in the zone! This is catastrophic for Cloud! That's heartbreaking,
Such
but
a tough
Stompy picks it up.
situation.